Yo, what it do, what it do? We back, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, shout out to everybody for tuning in. Let's try this again. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 17 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? I am your host, Starks, in the building. Y'all know how it go, man. I was over trying to make things happen. And, as usual, it worked when it's supposed to. It worked beforehand, but then when you try to do something else to it, it don't work. You know what I'm saying? But we back, man. You know what I mean? We back in this thing. You know how I do, man. We over here on extreme CP time. So I ain't gonna go as long this time. I usually go an hour and some change. I might go a half hour for this podcast, man, just to get it out there. So once again, man, we're gonna shout out everybody watching on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching from Facebook. Shout out to everybody watching from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like it. Make sure you tag somebody in it. Make sure you share it with somebody. Inbox it somebody, man. You never know. They might like what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all before, man, that QR code, I'm gonna put this QR code up one more time for the people to see, man. This QR code, just screenshot this right now. Go on, screenshot it while I'm already cheesing, man. For the people listening, tomorrow on the audio version, I'm cheesing right now while this QR code is up. They need to know this QR code is to go to the link to vote for this podcast because it has been nominated for Podcast of the Year at the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards. You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty darn fly. So one time to the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Out here making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Nominated for award and whatnot, man. I think that's pretty tough. I'm also personally nominated for 2 other awards. Smashing the Streets Lexington, Smashing the Streets Lexington, and Comedian of the Year, man, which I won Comedian of the Year last year, man. But that's always a tough thing, man, because Comedian of the Year is like, it's a toss up, man. It's so many dogs out here, man, that's hitting these stages in Kentucky that it could go either way, and it'll be deservedly so, man. So if you could hit that link, man, vote for your boy one time. You know what I'm saying? Also, on the audio version of this, if you look in the description, I'll put the link to vote in the description too. If you go and vote, man, all you got to do is it'll take you straight to the part where you got to enter in your email. And once you enter your email, it'll let you get in the vote because it's like 1 vote per email. And it's a lot of categories. And I know people that's going to be, voting from different cities and stuff don't know about what's going on in Kentucky. So all you're going to recognize is probably my name, and that's fine. But at the same time, I just urge you, like, I ain't here to tell you that, hey, vote for everybody. It's like, I understand. If you don't know nobody, you don't have to, you don't have to particularly vote for them. But when you see my name, make sure you click at one time. You know what I mean? So appreciate you in advance. Shout out to everybody out there, man. It's been a whole lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do a podcast last week because I actually took time. Out, man, for myself for once, boy. And let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody out here that's hustling and bustling, and you got families and you're taking care of kids and all that type of stuff. The minute you find a window for yourself, take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get windows very often to take for myself, but this time around, I had the ability to take 6 days, and I went to Miami, Florida, man, and I linked up with some people and that's residents of Miami. So it wasn't a tourist trip. It was like a day in the life of somebody that lives there. It's two totally different Miamis. For all the people to go and get on the yachts and go, woo, period. Like, that's a different Miami. Like the trip that I went on was totally different. And I've been to Miami 4 to 5 times already in life. And it was never like what I experienced this past week. Just to disconnect, I barely even posted. You know what I'm saying? I just was trying to keep my algorithm alive for real, but it's just, I barely even posted. I didn't take 2 pictures of anything because we get in this mode, man, to where everybody starts expecting so much. Everybody starts expecting so much out of you in a sense of, since you out of town, or why ain't you posting pictures, or you ain't put no pictures in your story. So what's different? And it's like, who told you I owed you that? You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of pigeonhole yourself to where that becomes a obligation to some people. You know what I'm saying? It's weird how this works. The minute you so used to being accessible for everybody, not accessible to, but accessible for everybody. The minute that they need you, you right there for them. Every time they call on you, you right there for them. So the minute that you take time out to give yourself some good energy, everybody's questioning, like, wait a minute, what you mean? You know what I mean? And I experienced that while being gone. Like, man, I didn't know so many people needed me in the world. My kids is gone for the summer. So this is my first opportunity to ever do what, what it is that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do nothing but love it. You know what I mean? Hold up though. My dog Goo in the building. Goo, what it do though? You know what I'm saying? We keeping motion, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog Goo. My dog Goo was at Laugh Louisville last night, man. Turned it up with Nate Jackson, man. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like they had a sold out crowd. And my dog put in work. Also, man, happy anniversary, man, to Goo and his wife, man. Happy anniversary to you and Carrie, man. I see y'all over eating, you know what I'm saying, meals that look like it costs over 100. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate a meal that costs over 100. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, um, it was crazy, going to Miami and experiencing it as a resident instead of a tourist. You know what I'm saying? The restaurants, the culture, the nightlife, everything was, I mean, exceptionally different, man. So I got to disconnect and it felt amazing, like just chill. And it made me realize how much I was obligated to my phone. Like I felt like I needed to feed the masses something at all times. And it's like to disconnect and realize you don't really have to do that all the time. It was a beautiful thing, man. Like I was so happy, man, like just like enjoying stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful thing, man. Um and it just with the obligation of everybody thinking that you owe them something, man, it made me realize like I couldn't imagine. Like I know I'm in the entertainment space. I know we doing this stuff. We want to get bigger crowds and we want to kind of just grow our fan base. But at the same time, if it's weird enough, it's like I want to grow my fan base, but I don't want to deal with what famous people deal with. You know what I'm saying? Famous people, dog, if you really just look at the news, famous people are miserable, bro. Like I'm talking about famous people are out here miserable, bro. Like it's like you could just look at your Instagram and look at what they doing, bro. Like it's shout out to Goo. Goo said he going to the plasma bank tomorrow to replenish for that dinner ticket. I bet. It's y'all anniversary, but your bill, Shout out to y'all, man. But it's like with celebrities, man, think about this, man. It's like I'm sitting there looking, and it's like we had the whole Keke Palmer situation. I made a video on it earlier in the week, kind of elaborating. So the Keke Palmer situation, for those that don't know, she had went to the Usher residency in Vegas, and she had on a dress that was sheer, which was basically in the back. It was showing her booty cheeks. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it was different, you know what I'm saying? Because Keke Palmer's always been kind of Disney Channel, Nickelodeon-ish, in the world. But she's a grown woman with a family now, and whatever. But whatever she did, I guess it rubbed her kid's father the wrong way. So I guess he tweeted out, it's the outfit for me, you a mother. And of course, the female delegation ate him up for lunch. Ate him up for lunch. Bruh didn't have a chance. Bruh did not stand a chance out here, you know what I'm saying, against all of these women. These women tried to make that man look so silly. And it was crazy because I'm like, they really picking on the man for just kind of, he's not wrong in what he's saying. Men is always trying to police a woman's body, and men is always trying to tell women what to do. And it's like, bruh, the minute that you get in a relationship, it becomes about more than just you. Now, I'm not the one to tell Keke what she need to do or how she's supposed to dress, but I'm just saying, coming from the view in the lens of a man, I understood what he was talking about because everybody was lining him up as being insecure. You know what I'm saying? And the men know what I'm talking about. He was insecure, but they was thinking it was insecure as if he was thinking he was about to lose Keke or she was about to cheat on him or something because of the way she's dressing. He was insecure because he was embarrassed. Y'all not understanding, as a man, you know what I'm saying? It's only a few things that you hold near and dear to your heart or you try to cherish and protect. Your girls being one of them, your kids, your family, etc. You know what I'm saying? So if your girl's out here and it's something that you hold near and dear to your heart, but she's showing everything that she's worth out here on these streets, that kind of hits you a different way. He's embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people was failing to realize. Women will never see it this way. He's embarrassed because not only did it go viral and everybody saw it, but that man's mama saw that. You see what I'm saying? It's a different play now. That man's auntie saw that. So now it's going to be weird energy and an elephant in the room anytime she comes around family because guess what? she wanted to have her booty cheeks out and at the Usher show and whatever, whatever. And it's like, bruh, you got to think about that. As a man, y'all got to give him grace in the sense of he's embarrassed. As a human, he can be embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like they were just like, well, he shouldn't have took it to Twitter. He shouldn't have did this. He shouldn't have did that. And it's like, I'm telling people online, I'm like, bruh, not everybody has somebody to talk to. It don't matter that you're in a relationship. It don't matter that you got family members. Everybody don't have somebody to talk to. So get a man grace. Y'all show grace for other things. You know what I'm saying? So why not this situation? So it ain't like he's doing it with a malicious intent. He ain't had nobody to talk to. He had to get that off his chest. Bruh's in pain right now. You know what I'm saying? It's real life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't be understanding it until you lay it out for them like that. It's like, bruh, that he got weird family members. He got friends that are perverts. His friends is saving a picture of his girl's booty in their phone. She's causing a rift that she knows nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Her heart was in the right place when she did it. She wasn't doing it to just undermine him, but she got to realize, one, who she is, two, what she doing. You know what I'm saying? The effects of what she's doing gonna go beyond the actual event. But the thing that got me over everything, was the fact that people was more mad at the reaction than the original action. That's what blew me. I was like, bro, how y'all mad at him? Y'all more mad at him than y'all are at her. And she's the one, she's the actual reason everything happened. So once we look at the reaction, we got to go back and look back at the action and place the same amount of blame on everything. You know what I'm saying? One can't be more wrong than the other. If one's wrong, somebody got to be wronger. You understand what I'm saying? So, I was just giving it from a man's point of view, but it just goes to show, man, that being a celebrity, that don't look no kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like Rick Ross done got extremely rich enough to where bro bought a $20 million what Jacob watch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, a $20 million Jacob watch. Why? And it's not even dope. Like I seen the watch and I'm like, bruh, that doesn't even look dope. Like it's full of diamonds, and I guess they some special kind of diamonds, and they set in a special kind of way, and the watch is a special kind of watch, but it's $20 million, bruh. If you were spending $20 million on a watch, every single female family member that has kids in your family, their kids should already have their college paid for. Just on a responsible level. If you're going to spend that much money just on foolishness, like a watch, you got a million watches already. So if you just decided you wanted another watch and you wanted it to be 20 million just to show how big you doing it, every female family member in your family that has kids, those kids should have their college paid for already. Then that watch would make sense. Other than that, if you got a $20 million watch and they still got to figure out their college tuition, you own some other. You know what I'm saying? Real life, man. It don't look fun. It don't look fun at all to be a celebrity, man. Like they going through it out here, man. Cap Casino said nowadays people don't want to pay attention to the big picture behind the scenes. Yeah, behind things. Yeah, it's facts. People don't want to pay attention to the bigger picture. That whole Keke Palmer thing, they are slighting that man. They slighting that man simply because he evoked an emotion, a protective one, over what of what he holds valuable to him. He holds Keke valuable to him. So when she's doing that, he felt the way. Everybody try to come up with this stuff talking about, well, he shot a video of her and he was smacking her butt. Well, that's just fine. That's them in the house. So what? But the minute that this is happening out in the open, you got to realize that some people's going to see that didn't need to see that. That's where the embarrassment sets in. You understand what I'm saying? You don't think his phone's blowing up? You don't think his social media is blowing up? His social media done blew up so much that he deleted all his stuff because every time he logged on, all of these women is eating him out the frame. That ain't fair to him. I mean, if we really put it down, he's the victim in all of this. You know what I'm saying? He's the victim. Now, everything that Keke Palmer posts, all the girls in there, that's right, girl, you go, girl, which they should. But y'all wasn't doing that beforehand. But the minute that he spoke up, you needed more reason to be on your feminism stuff and big her up even more to just make him upset. You're doing it for opposite reasons. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you was bigging up Keke Palmer beforehand, more kudos to you. But a lot of these people in her comments now wasn't there before the man sent that tweet out. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? It's different, man. It's been eventful though. It's been real eventful, man. I got me I got me a little tan going, you know what I'm saying? I'm already chocolate, but I came out fudge. You feel me? I came out of Miami fudgy, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed myself. You know what I mean? I went and got a back rub, had somebody Cuban lady putting their elbows in my muscle. You dig? She was digging in my joint with the bows. You understand what I'm saying? I came out of there all loose and glistening, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all now, man. I know you see, people on Ocean Drive and all of that, like Collins and Ocean Drive, all the spots that the rappers talk about, but they really living on a different type of time in Miami. It was a Wednesday, bro. I'm just in the shopping district because I ain't never really. I'm from Kentucky, bro. We don't have a Louis Vuitton store. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Kentucky. We ain't got a whole Gucci outlet type joint. We ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. We just don't. You know what I mean? Like, I think the biggest we going is Coach. I don't know what you want me to do. We got the Coach store. Like, so for me seeing this stuff, it's the stuff that I'm seeing low key for the first time. You know what I mean? And it was crazy to me because it was like a Wednesday, man, and it was just like a movie, man. Seeing the girl come out the Louis store with, you know what I'm saying, 5-6 bags, and it's a Maybach, two-tone Maybach truck sitting there waiting on a dude in a Maybach truck. Lift up the back gate, she put the bags in, they ride off in the Maybach. I'm like, fam, it's a Wednesday. Y'all doing weekend stuff on a Wednesday. What is going on? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, they can pull up at I guess they famous. I don't know. I didn't recognize her, so I can't assume that they famous, but it is what it is, man. They living on a different type of time, man. Cuz said the sun in Miami live on your neck. Ah, man. Come on, man. That sun is not playing with you. As soon as you walk up, it's on you. It's holding you at gunpoint. It's hostage. What you doing? Where you going? Like, sheesh. You get an ice cream, but 2 steps in, it turn into soup. You understand what I'm saying? That heat in Miami is real. You know what I mean? I see why people be making bad decisions in Miami. They frustrated. They don't know what to do. Yeah, I heard frustrated. I was telling a joke. I was telling a joke on Facebook early this week. And I said, buying your kids school clothes off of Shein is disgusting. And listen, I did not know that Shein was a trigger word for all people that's under 30 years old. I got cussed by so many 20-something-year-olds, man. I'm talking about, bro. They was so upset. They was trying to cancel me, but they just don't know how yet. They ain't lived enough life. You know what I'm saying? They was upset that I said shopping at Shein was disgusting. Shopping at Shein for your kids was disgusting. Of course, I'm telling a joke, but I did not know that many people were school shopping at that particular time for their kids. Instead of going to the stores, they giving their kids the laptop like, hey, pick you out some outfits. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got in the comments, my boy Young Lord, he said, let's do a back to school drive. He said we can get 22,000 backpacks for $40 off of Shein. Yo, it was so many people upset, man. Them young folks was so upset at me for talking about Shein. And they was like, so what's wrong with Shein? I said, ain't nothing wrong with Shein, but I just think it's pretty wild that you gonna, get your kids school clothes from the same place you get your club turn up clothes. Somebody got in the comments and said, well, I guess we shouldn't shop at the mall then either, because I get club clothes from the mall and I get my kids clothes from the mall. And I'm like, don't try to generalize it like that just to make your point get across. Because I'm like, in that case, Walmart sells sex toys, but just because you there to get some bread don't mean you a freak. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make it fit to your narrative. You know what I mean? Trying to change it all up. Go ahead on, man. I'm talking about people had blocked me and everything. I was like, we weren't even friends. You found it off somebody sharing it and blocked me. Bro, what? Like that didn't hurt. I don't know. I guess when you block somebody, it's supposed to feel like something. That didn't hurt. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You cussed me out and everything. I had never seen so many people angry at me I'm thinking that they I'm gonna be honest with you. They wasn't really mad at me. They was more mad because they still got that welcome to adulthood 52-piece bathroom set. You know the one I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You talking about the the ones with the thin floor mats that stay wet. They stay wet for 2 days. You know that welcome to adulthood bathroom set you can get from Walmart. You got everything. You get the shower curtain, you get the shower curtain rings, you know what I'm saying? You get the clear thing to go in the shower, you know what I mean? You get the you get the little carpet thing to go over the toilet lid, you know what I'm saying? And it matches the rug, so you get the toilet rug and you get the sink rug, you know what I'm saying? Them rugs be thinner than depression patients, you know what I'm saying? That's what they mad at. You still got that welcome to adulthood set in your bathroom. You know, it's 4 shades of brown. Come on, man. Your parents got you a penitentiary bathroom set. Come on, man. Yeah, man. Oh man, them young people was upset, man. They was upset. And the very next day, Sheen got hit with that Rico case, man. They Cole got hit with the Rico. And I was like, "Dawg, I knew it was something to it. People over here buying $600 worth of clothes for $42. Something got to be going on out here in this world with the with that Rico case, man. Because it's like, come on, Sheen, what are y'all doing in a Rico? Sheen, what are y'all? Come on, man. Y'all sell bad bitch clothes. Like, what are y'all doing in the Rico, cuz? No, y'all sell bad bitch attire. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I mean? They sell shirts that say period on it. And it's a hand like this. Period. Ooh, I be laughing at me. I don't care who else laugh. I be laughing at me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? oh, oh man. Uh so let me read this, man, off of the Shade Room. It says fast fashion brand Sheen has been named in as the defendant in a newly filed 52-page lawsuit. According to the fashion law, the suit alleges Sheen is committing intellectual property theft from U.S. designers large and small. The details are, according to the court listener, says the Sheen Corporation uh, said the cause of the suit is listed in the Racketeering RICO Act. So they deeming them as a corrupt organization because they are stealing people's designs and selling them at large. You know what I'm saying? They selling them at scale. So they stealing everybody's designs and selling them at scale. Uh, uh, they said it's several groups that's alleging that Sheen produced, distributed, and sold exact copies of their creative works, and it said that's a part of Sheen's design process and organizational DNA. Um, so basically, they are her stealing, and they've been doing their research, and Sheen's gonna have to pay the piper. You know what I'm saying? So you and y'all better hurry up and you you better hurry up and close your cart. None of y'all better have no Klarna payments. Well, actually, you get it on Klarna. Get your stuff on Klarna. That way, by the time you get towards your last 3 payments, Sheen will be out of there, and you ain't got to owe the whole amount. All you'll owe is really $11 past that point. You know what I'm saying? $11 at your $40 purchase. My son had a Sheen shirt, boy. I was like, bro, where you get that at? He's like, oh, it's a Sheen shirt. I was like, bro, I can see your nipples. What is going on? This ain't becoming of you. You got something you want to talk to me about? Oh. The funniest part about all the young folk trying to get at me is they ain't never met no, you can tell at this point in life, they haven't came across nobody that's mature enough to be accountable. Like, and what I mean by that is like everybody that was mad at me, they was thinking that I was going to like pop back at them or say mean stuff back to them because they was talking crazy to me. And instead, all I was doing was apologizing. I was like, oh man, well, I apologize because I didn't even mean, you know what I'm saying, something, something, something. And they didn't even know how to take it. They were still like popping off at me. But it was like I just did it on purpose because they really don't know how to take somebody who is mature enough to be accountable and apologize. It's like it does as men of our age, it's like it's nothing to apologize at this point. It's like just to end the conversation or to end whatever it is that the beef is about. It's like, okay, I apologize. You win, you got it. They don't like that. They want to pop off and be mad for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? I got blocked by somebody that wouldn't even follow me. How? You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, bro. So they got Sheen up out of there, bro. You know? Kurt Machiavelli said they stole the Jordan 11. They did? I ain't never been on Sheen before. Like I've never visited the site. I was just cracking a joke because I know that's where, you know, girls be doing hauls, like, you know, where they try on all the outfits, doing my Sheen haul, and they just put on all these outfits. And it's like, oh, they sell girls trip clothes. Like that's what I thought. Like Sheen shells, they sell girl trip clothes. So it's like for you to buy clothes for your kids at a place that you buy clothes for yourself when you're trying to get some Pinot, you know what I'm saying? I'm tripping because I'm like, that's wild, disgusting. Your mission when you buy these clothes is to get a man. You know what I'm saying? Now you buying them to get your kids through school. Like, what are we doing? Oh man. he said, he said, them ain't Jordan, them are Jordines. The jump man, the jump man over posting up on somebody, ain't he? The jump man on that tongue of their shoes over calling a play. He's over. They got Jordans on the tongue. That man in a triangle offense. What is going on with these shoes? And why they squeak when you wear them? Pinky, 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 pinky. He said they look just like the Jordan 11. They just don't have a man on them. Oh, that's wild. That's nasty. Hey, listen, that's why they up out of here. Well, they ain't up out of here, but they in trouble. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to answer to some folk. You know what I mean? Um, Also, man, in Miami, man, I got to Miami, like I did it on purpose. So I got to Miami on the 4th of July. And I watched the fireworks. I watched the fireworks from a rooftop, 32nd floor, over the whole city of Miami. And bro, I ain't never seen nothing like it in life. I was like, dude, what? Like, what is going on? It's all over the city. You just see fireworks. Boom, 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 boom. Said, bro, I ain't never seen nothing like it. It was crazy. It was crazy. Hey, Siri, relax. She was going off, listening to what we got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh Monker Boyd, what it do though? Kevin M, what it do though? said said the jump man stepping over Tyronn Lue. That jump man on there putting in an alternator. Ugly. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Sheen. Them weak shoes, man. Come on, man. Hey, listen. I'm telling you, it was people upset at me, man. That Sheen thing took off. I know they screenshot that, they shared it in all kind of groups. Cause I'm talking about, bro, that thing was going up. It was doing numbers. I didn't know that many people shopped that Sheen, and people was in there like taking it personal though. Like, well, I'm saying you need to get my kids something. Then I'm like, bro, it was a joke. I don't have money. what What are y'all talking about? You know what I mean? um, but it's like I said, it's a lot going on, man. Adam 22. Adam 22 from the No Jumper podcast. Um, Adam 22, he does like OnlyFans porn with his wife and stuff. Like, so I guess she's a porn star and he does porn. They do, scenes together and all that kind of stuff. And they kind of kept it, I guess they kept it in house just between them. They just did a lot of scenes or whatever. And I guess recently, they offered her the bag to do a scene with somebody else. So she considered it, but of course she gotta, okay it with Adam 22, both of them being white, you know what I'm saying? But the person that they was doing the scene with was a black dude, that she was doing the scene with was a black dude. So um he okayed it. He said he was fine with it. So she double checked. Are you sure you want me to do it? He was like, I'm fine with it. You do what you do. Go get that bag. So she does the scene. And dog, listen, he said after the fact that she did the scene, he said once he saw it, he did kind of feel away. But he was like, he's okay. So everybody's tripping, like, bro, you let him do what? You let her get in the scene with who? You did what? You know what I mean? So of course, anybody that got Twitter, you get on Twitter, you're gonna see the scene. You know what I'm saying? So I did my research. I see the scene on Twitter. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. I know Adam 22's stomach was hurting watching this scene, bro. I know his stomach was turning and churning and hurting. Listen to me, man. Listen, bro picked that girl up and was ramrodding, man. Bro was slow stroking from the pickup to the point where she wouldn't even make a noise no more. It was just straight eye contact. I said, wow. I said, cuz went into soul mode. That's soul snatching mode right there. Bro, listen. It was going so ham. It was going so ham. I'm trying to keep it as PG as possible. It was going so ham that listen, bro. Listen, it was going so ham. She hopped off the joint, you know what I mean? And he finished the race. He finished the race, you know, through the esophagus. You dig? If you get my drift. Finished the race through the esophagus. Your wife, they married, fam. Your wife. And thing about it though, that was not planned. That was her. Like she jumped up and did that herself, bro. Put her in the zone. She forgot where she was at. She forgot where she was at, and she turned up. And cuz fed up about 22 million children. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Tay, bro, his stomach is churning. He listen. She wake up in the morning. She wake up in the middle of the night to go pee, and he's staring at her. He's staring at her. Cuz it's hot right now. Cuz, hey, Adam 22 listening to Keisha Cole and everything, bro, it's hurt right now. Dog, soon as she wake up, he's like, his voice is quivery and everything. Well, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to, you know what I mean? I don't even know why you was even, we ain't even discussed that, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, dog. Listen. That's terrible, dog. That is so terrible. Because dog, that is your earth, cuz. That's your wife, bro. She got your last name, bro. And she now listen, she was volunteering like actions in the midst of this. You know what I'm saying? You can see it on Twitter. She was volunteering actions. This wasn't even according to plan. And then got him together to where he finished that race, boy. Finished that race down the down the hatch. You understand what I'm saying? I say, yikes. Ain't no amount of money. Ain't no amount of money. Cause that you can't get that back. Like from this day forth, anytime you leaving for work for the day and you kiss it goodbye, it's like, yo, you got to know what happened every single time, bruh. And they mad at Kiki Palmer, baby daddy. What? Y'all mad at Kiki Palmer, baby daddy. I don't understand. Said, see the interview, buddy, after the fact. Said, would he let him do a scene like that? Let the wife do a scene like that? He said, hell no. Right. Like, bro, it's crazy because he ain't doing nothing but, if he's in that industry, he's getting his bag. You know what I'm saying? She's in that industry, but they was getting a bag anyway. I just see the greed took place because, Adam 22 was bragging. He's like, man, I do so well that I won't even get out of bed for 10,000. He's like, somebody offer me 10,000, I won't even get out of bed. He's like, it got to be a certain amount to even get me out of the house. And I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, so for them, it must have been a bag big enough to where they sacrifice morals, like, you know, whatever. And Cuz gave her that throttle body. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He that throttle body. You know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? I don't feel bad for him because he co-signed it. He said it, but I don't think he knew that was happening like that. You know what I'm saying? That's another example of celebrities don't be that happy, bro. Like, nah, you miserable. You waking up every day like they talking about. You go do your podcast and people's talking about like you let Cuz bust your wife up like that, Cuz he can't say nothing. It is what it is, bro. Adam 22 better than me because we would argue from this day forth. It would be beef on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Cuz said he'll get out of bed for 10 cents. Like, what if she's in the mood, dog, and she's trying to be freaky, like, you know what I'm saying? She got on laundry and all that. Like, bro, cut this music off and turn these lights on. I'm going to get a hotel room. I'm not doing this. Like, what? All I'm gonna think about, especially if it feel different too. You keep falling in, brother. Open the nah, can't do this, bro. Uh. She she doesn't think she think he done bust up her back. He's crying. Them is tears falling down on her back. Couldn't be me. What? What? She thinking he done. That bruh is crying down her back. Oh man. It's a nasty time out here, man. 2023 is 2023, and you understand me? um, what else, man? Y'all see the Island Boys, man. You know, the Island Boys, they realizing that they 15 minutes of fame is up. The Island Boys realizing that they 15 minutes of fame is up, man. I would post a video on here, but I just can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't got nothing against no community, man. But it's just, for me, that was like a disappointment thing. Like, it really puts you into perspective because for y'all that don't know, you know, I'm an island boy with the island, but you know them dudes. So the thing is, when they came out with them songs, you know, they kind of gained a whole lot of popularity and they started, you know, getting a whole lot of money real fast. And I think they kind of spiraled out of control to where they really don't have anything that's appealing content anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I know they probably seeing their numbers drop, you know, pretty drastically. So they trying to think, what can I do next to keep our numbers up and keep us going? And they couldn't think of nothing. So, bro, they uploaded a video of them as twin brothers, and they kissed each other. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Them as twin brothers uploaded a video and they kissed each other. And I ain't talking about like a peck, like man, like they like tongued each other, like as brothers, like they kissed each other. And instead of me being like disgusted, I was more feeling sorry because I'm like, as an entertainer and a content creator, I'm like, you in desperation mode. Y'all need something to get your algorithm going crazy. So it's like, what can we do to get our algorithm up to where, you know, our videos are engaging again? And they did that. And it's like it worked because now y'all the talk of the town, but it ain't for the best reasons. Like, bro, that was wild. One, you kissed the dude. You tongue kissed the dude. Two, that dude was your twin brother. Y'all was born minutes from each other. What? First of all, they got to understand there's not amount of money that can make that happen. And I don't think it's amount of money that's acceptable for me to do what Adam 22 did. But the dying need to be recognized or to be famous is taking control over people to where that's becoming the thing. Like, bro, that's crazy. You kissed your brother in the mouth. Y'all 20 something years old, bro. What? Bro. Wild. Wild. They are chasing the white rabbit. They are chasing that white rabbit, and the white rabbit is fame and fortune, and they are chasing it. Like what they're like I seen something where a rich person was like, it took me to get rich to realize that the best part of becoming rich and famous was the process. He's like, now that I'm hurt, it's awful. He's like, it's not fun. It's nothing amusing or appealing about it. The best part of all of this was the process, getting to this point. Now that I got here, it's like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? And that was wild to me because I'm like, wow, like that's kind of real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, being famous is not fun. I think that's the name of this episode. Being famous is not fun. Being famous being famous can't be fun. Being famous is not fun. That's where I'm gonna go. What y'all think? Being famous is not fun, or being famous can't be fun? Because I mean, I'm just kind of diving into that with this episode. Being famous can't be fun. You know what I mean? Like, bro, think about that. If you famous, a lot of these people talk about how they have to take care of their family members. So it's like every month somebody's asking you for something. And now you can't even have a normal conversation with a family member without it leading to an idea or them asking you straight up about some money, something they got to do with money, or you helping them, or you paying for something. And I'm like, man, that got to be wild. Jay-Z was talking about that. Like he can't have just a normal, calm conversation with family without it leading to them having an idea about something or them requesting something out of him. So he stays away. And you lose this family element because you reached your goals. You know what I'm saying? You became successful. And now you, in the process, you basically, for success, you had to sacrifice family. You know what I'm saying? And that's a wild contrast, a wild thing to like really digest and understand. Most people that are successful basically sacrifice their family to be that. And not that they was like, heard, I don't care about my family, go. But it's like, no, they sacrifice like basically what they mean to their family now. It's like, now I don't want to talk to you as cuz and let's play Nintendo. It's like, no, I know that you have something that'll change my life. So every time I talk to you, I'm gonna try to influence you to change my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. I mean, you look at Boosie's daughter. Lil Boosie, his daughter, he bought her, I guess for her 16th, 17th birthday or something like that. He bought her $80,000 Benz. And I guess she did something, she didn't, obey her parents, and she did something, so he took it back. And now she's all over social media slandering them, calling them the B word. You know what I'm saying? Like she's talking crazy about Boosie. I'm talking about long drawn out. He's never been a father, and he ain't this, and he ain't that. Plus, who gets somebody a car in the color that they don't even like? Like she's giving all of the I'm spoiled, stuff. Like anybody that's an adult's looking at this, like, girl, shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was upset that he took the car away, so much so that she's 17, about to be 18, and her mother just put Boosie on child support. So she's trying to get 18 years back paid child support for a kid that she's never had on child support because Boosie been taking care of, like been taking care of both of them, really. You know what I'm saying? And that's wild. So it's like, just because you a like if you wasn't a celebrity, nobody would have tried that, bro, because it wouldn't have been a big up. You know how women be like, I ain't never asked him for nothing, and I ain't never needed nothing for him, and he ain't never did nothing with whoop-de-whoop. And it's like, you leave it be. But it's like, you look back now, he's a celebrity. He got this status. He's getting money. You can see what his monthly gross is. You know what I mean? And you like, okay, you ain't doing exactly what I want. I'm going to take it from you. And that's what, man, it can't be fun to be a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? It can't be fun to be a celebrity, real life. Said more money, more problems, as they say. Change up on you, act like you changed just because you became successful. I mean, Drake was talking about it. He said, everybody be like asking him, do they remember him? And he's like, yeah, I remember. Like, it's just like, it's because he knows a lot of people, they just automatically assume that he don't have good memory no more. And he got to like constantly enforce the fact that he remembers people and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, that don't look all that fun, honestly. Like, it don't look all that fun. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? He said, I like Nintendo too, but let me hold a stack. That's how, hey, listen, I'm sure that's how it is. I'm sure that's how it is. I mean, you think about it now, you can't even work at a place that got something that's worthwhile. Everywhere you work, somebody's asking to get something at a discounted rate. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you work, everybody's trying to get some, everybody in your family trying to get something at a discounted rate. So just imagine being famous and they know that you got $200 million. You know what I'm saying? Every time you come around, you can't even come around and do plain stuff at the barbecue. Everything's gonna be like, oh, you big time, you too big time. You probably don't eat hot dogs no more. You probably don't eat burgers no more, do you? You probably just eat caviar all day. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't see that as being, you know what I mean? I don't see that as, it's like the entitlement of the public when it comes to celebrities is out of this world. I mean, take Jamie Foxx for instance. Take Jamie Foxx for instance. Jamie Foxx had that medical scare, and he been out of the public eye for roughly 2 months, 3 months, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And people got to the point where they was like, just because, like thinking just because they fans that he owes them an explanation or owes them a everything's good and everything's okay. And then he posts a message on his story saying appreciate all the love and prayers, something like that, something of the sort. And everybody was like criticizing it, like, oh, that's PR. That's his manager that wrote that. And it's like, no matter what he gives you, you're going to criticize it some way, no matter what. Same thing with Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin did this comeback, amazing. He's playing this season like it was amazing, and everybody swore he was a clone. Don't nobody come back from that. Look at the ambulance. I'm doing investigation. Oh, no, clone, clone, clone. He ain't came out with no video. He ain't said nothing. He's a clone. And then and don't nobody come out. And then he does all of these appearances and videos and visits and places. And all of these people that talk about clones, where y'all at? Where you at now? I still want to understand your theory of being a clone. And Ryan Davis said it the best. He said, why would they want to clone somebody that doesn't pose an ultimate value for them? They're just famous because they're an actor, they're a celebrity. They just have status because of what their occupation is. It has nothing to do. How can they take over the world? Just because you know Jamie Foxx to be a comedian and an actor and a singer, he can't sit there and tell you, hey, put all your money in this bank account because this bank is the. You're not going to listen to Jamie Foxx. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, all of these people be feeling entitled, and it's like, I get it. I wouldn't say much either because all y'all going to do is come up with your own conclusions anyway. All they're going to do is come up with their own conclusion. Damar Hamlin is a prime example. Everybody swore up and down that he had died on that field, and they didn't have no way of proving that signs of life or he's still alive or this, that, and the other. And then they posted these pictures and they are criticizing every single picture. They own his page. He's posting pictures with family and teammates and people. He's posting pictures and people's in the page in the comments talking about clone. Like, what? Like, y'all weird, bro. Like, that couldn't be fun to absorb, dog. Like, fam, I died on the field. And you showing so much inconsideration by calling me a clone. Like, you just inconsiderate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, what? You know what I mean? They talking about Jamie Foxx is a clone because he don't come out and say exactly what they thought he should say or what he should do. And it's like, we love you, Jamie. The least you can do is this. And it's like, bro, he don't owe you that though. What law states that he owes you that? I don't care if you watched every single movie and memorized every single word. He doesn't owe you that. You know what I'm saying? You look at them comments, bro, they just complain about everything. It's like, I tell people all the time, I hate when my videos go viral. I love the fact of the numbers and the recognition and all that, but I hate when they go viral because that's when the worst stream of the comments come in. It's like the worst of the comments always come in when you go, man, bro, that's a nasty play. That's all of a sudden, it's like you get all these hate messages and people DMing you and saying they threatening your life and saying all kind of crazy stuff. And it's like, bro, y'all do know these is jokes, right? Like, I'm not understanding where y'all coming from with this. You know what I'm saying? It don't pay. It don't pay, man. Shout out to that boy Jamie Foxx though. He did it his way. You know what I'm saying? He's back. He looks healthy. He making public appearances just from people's cell phones, and people still in the comments calling him a clone because people just want to be weird and be negative all the time. So it is what it is. But lastly, um, um, so they said it's an outbreak, syphilis outbreak in Houston amongst women. 128%. It rose 128% amongst women in Houston. Now that's crazy. I want to read this. I want to read this for you. This is off of CNN. It says the Houston Health Department has reported a syphilis outbreak with an increase of 128% amongst women in the city and a ninefold increase in congenital cases in Houston and the surrounding Harris County area since 2019. Um, they say basically since 2022, it's been 2,905 new infections of syphilis. You know what I'm saying? In Houston. And they saying that basically they're all amongst women. You know, they saying congenital syphilis happens when a pregnant person passes the bacterial infection to their baby in the womb. Untreated congenital syphilis can lead to stillbirth or damage the baby's organs or bones. Um, it says the health department in Houston is waiving all clinical fees for sexually transmitted infections at its health centers to get the numbers down. Um, they said they are going to use mobile clinics and set up screening sites uh to like monitor the disease in the area. You know what I mean? So for those that don't know what syphilis is, like technically, it's a bacterial infection commonly spread through sexual contact. The disease usually starts with a painless sore on the genitals or mouth. Um, and then you can catch it through direct contact with the sores, and you know, the infection is spread like that. They said they said, you know, when it's caught early, you know, syphilis is very treatable. You know what I mean? But then they said, you know, if you let it linger on and it goes untreated, that it could, you know, it could go bad and it could cause blindness or deafness. And one thing that caught me about that is like I have to pay attention myself because I know I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, and a lot of these Lexington chicks been taking hella Houston trips. I'm talking about the last couple of years, these chicks have been going to Houston like a mug. I'm talking about that Houston Nights, they hashtag in Houston. I'm about after I get off of this, I'm going and hashtag Houston Nights, and I'm gonna see who's all been to Houston, man. Matter of fact, if your girl has been to Houston this sometime this year in 2023, fellas, I need you to do a test. I need you to do a test. I need you to just say something reckless to her. You know what I'm saying? Say something reckless. Hey, woman, it's your turn to take out the trash. Take out the trash before I hit you in the back of your head. And if she say, excuse me, or she say, huh, that means that she's going deaf. She got syphilis. Focus on yourself, King. Focus on yourself, King. You got to do the test. You know what I'm saying? If she can't see that you a real one, she got syphilis. Focus on yourself, King. Huh? She got some untreated syphilis in her system. What did you do in Houston that you came back and you can't see I'm a real one? You know what I'm saying? Huh? Don't act like you can't hear me. What, you got syphilis? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's all I'm saying, man. It can't be fun to be a celebrity, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope they get that resolved in Houston, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been to Houston probably since 2013, 14. I ain't been in Houston in a long time. So, you know, that ain't nothing that I ever got to really worry about. But I am going to research who's been in Houston because, you know, if I see somebody walking with sunglasses on and a cane, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, uh-oh, she got that Houston. Houston, we have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. This is nuts, man. But it's 11 o'clock, man. You know, we usually be done by 10 something, man. You know what I mean? And I started kind of late, man. I was running into some technical difficulties before the stream started. So, you know, I ain't gonna make the stream go super duper long, man. You know what I mean? But I want y'all to do me a favor. You know what I mean? I'm going to bring up this QR code again, man, because I need y'all to know something, man. You know, this QR code right here, it takes you to a website. because this podcast, the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, has been nominated at the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards for the podcast of the year, man. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to us. Big shout out to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? For even making this a thing that's even remotely possible. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all screenshot this right now. Screenshot that right now, you know what I'm saying? And then after you screenshot it, you know what I mean? You can go in your gallery and you can press and you know, you can long press that QR code, and it'll read that QR code and bring up your website, you know what I'm saying? And you just enter in your email and then you can vote. Of course, you don't know everybody that's in that thing because you ain't from Kentucky. But when you see me, I'm in 3 different categories. You can vote for me and go all the way to the end and press finish. If you want to vote for everybody and just randomly select people in these categories, by all means do that, because every vote helps. But I appreciate y'all in advance, man, for, you know what I'm saying, doing that for your boy, man. And you know, the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man, we award nominated podcast, man. Hopefully we are award winning podcast. Also, I'm in 2 other categories: Comedian of the Year and Smashing the Streets Lexington, man. So you know what I'm saying? If y'all go on that site, man, you know, holler at your man one time and get those in for me, man. So I appreciate y'all. The podcast will be uploaded. The podcast will be uploaded tomorrow, 8:30 in the morning, man, on the streaming platforms, man. And you know, sorry about starting late. You know what I mean? Just ran into some technical difficulties. I'm one-man army. I'm doing it all by myself. Everything's by myself. Shit. So, you know what I mean? If y'all ain't following me on Instagram, man, Real Starks27 on Instagram. Also, I started a new Facebook fan page, man, because my other one, I got 185,000 subscribers, but it's been shadow banned for a year. I've been talking to Meta, trying to see why they shadow banned me. I posted a post that said something like, Merry Christmas. I said, Merry Christmas to all my Bloods, Merry Christmas to all my Crips. And they said I was inciting gang violence, and they shadow banned me. And it's been a year already, and I get little to no engagement on that page. So I got a new page. It is Starks the Comedian. Starks the Comedian on Facebook, man. Make sure y'all follow that page. I'm starting it out, and a lot of my content's going on that joint too. I'm actually streaming from it right now too. So shout out to everybody, man. This has been episode 17 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast. It can't be fun to be a celebrity, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all holler at your boy, man. I appreciate y'all. We out. 100.